Hi guys, welcome to the second video of me exploring Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan during these lovely sunny spring days, and here I am on Manas Avenue. It runs to the central part of the city. It is named after a traditional epic of Kyrgyz people called Epic of Manas. Actually, there are several places in Kyrgyzstan that are named after this epic. This avenue, the main international airport in Kyrgyzstan, Manas International Airport, and also in 2025 the third biggest city in Kyrgyzstan called Jalalabad was renamed Manas. This is one of the longer streets here in Bishkek, because somewhere in the middle of Bishkek there is a railway line dividing it in half, and many streets that go north to south get interrupted by the railway line, so you wouldn't be able to keep going along that street. But this avenue goes under a railway line bridge, so you would be able to keep going. Then towards the south, Manas Avenue becomes Chingiz Aytmatov Avenue. And on this avenue, as you can see on the video, there is Bishkek State University named after Hussein Karasayev. I'm not really an expert on various types of architecture, but I really like its style. It looks like a yard or a square with a fountain surrounded by rows of columns. And in front of it there is also a square with a statue of Hussein Karasayev and tiles that feature traditional Kyrgyz ornaments. These or similar ornaments occur a lot throughout Kyrgyzstan, on chocolate bars, carpets, buildings, to name a few. Also, they may be featured on yurts, traditional portable nomadic houses. Traditionally, they are used by nomadic people, but nowadays they are also used for glamping, eco-resorts, or for tourist stays. There is also a cool mosaic statue covered in mosaic, like similar to what I shown you in the previous video. And this looks like some sort of a New York or something style building. I don't know if that's just paint or like the real material. I wasn't able to see like closely. Roughly speaking, Bishkek has an urban core with apartment buildings in the center and single-family houses on the periphery, but you can encounter single-family homes even in the urban core. The city has a lot of construction, as you can see here. It seems like I'm still in the urban core, but there are stone fences with low-rise buildings nearby also. I think some of those low-rise are more likely to be commercial buildings. Also, there are some conifers growing, as you can see here, something like pine. You can find more conifers in the mountains nearby. Here I came to a park called Alley of Journalists, and in that park I found a calisthenics workout equipment. Yeah, here you see this, there are some spiky plants. Actually, Bishkek has a lot of places for a calisthenics workout, so if you're in that kind of workout, you probably wouldn't have much trouble finding one or getting to one, walking to one. Next, it was time to taste one of the national refreshing drinks they sell in Bishkek during warmer months, and this one is called Maxim. Traditionally, it was made from wheat or corn or barley or millet, and so on. Depends on what was available to use at that particular household and what recipe they used. Thus, a drink made in one village by different house would taste different. Here in Bishkek they are sold. These drinks are prepared using fermentation and a little bit carbonated because of it, and also a little bit salty, and have tiny pieces of the cereal used in making them. Actually, salt in a drink makes sense. You stay hydrated longer because when you eat like salty food, you keep water, and also has chunks of bread, so you kind of a little bit get some calories too, so really practical in a hot climate like this, in a dry hot climate, in summer at least. Four-story apartment buildings are quite common in Bishkek, as you can see right now, but there are a lot of taller buildings that were added or being added. According to my research, the tallest building currently has 27 floors, and there are new buildings being built that are 40 floors. Besides the golden square that I shown in a previous video, some of the desirable areas are located in the south of the city towards the mountains, and because they are closer to the mountains, there is an opportunity to easily visit them, have an apartment with a view on the mountains, and also the mountains create a better airflow that help disperse the air pollution. Right now I'm in Adinai Park. It is a modern park and relatively new, with the trees still at the early stages of growth, so expect several years for them to fully grow. This park is really good for exercising, like running, jogging and so on, and biking, cycling, and it is in general health focused. Although there is a cluster of parks located in this area. Besides Adonai, there is Ataturk Park, Love Park, and Intimak 1 and Intimak 2 parks. There are children-focused entertainment venues like a train ride, so something that looks like a fairy tale castle, and figures of animal made by cutting bushes into animal shapes. Okay, let's see what we got here. What's interesting is the bull looks like the bull from Wall Street, the statue on Wall Street, and the person is carrying some sort of a trailer, I don't know, with the one they use in mines and when like mining coal. And at this point I was getting thirsty again, and I also wanted more energy, and I kind of got hooked on these drinks, and this is Chalap, which is a mix of Maxim, which I had earlier, and Aralash. Aralash is more of a milky drink, so they all carbonated, but this one is a mix, so I decided to get one, and it was pretty good. Actually, it's really nice for tourists exploring Kyrgyzstan to drink these drinks, at least Maxim. It's more neutral in my opinion. Maybe you don't like milk or something like that, because it's really light and it's filling because of the chunks of bread there, like small tiny pieces of bread, and yeah, you have more energy for exploring. Here you can see a hill there, the beginning of the mountains, and the actual mountains, I don't know if you can see them or not, but they are there. I don't know, it looks like with the wind they sometimes open up when there is not much, like a cloudy thing. I don't know what is that. It doesn't look like a pollution, but the kind of covered a little bit the mountains. But if you look that way, I don't know. I looked there before, but it was like a clear view kind of. This is some Turkish Kyrgyz collaboration or something. University. Okay, what can I say about walking here? The sidewalk is pretty wide, and the bicycle track takes about a quarter sidewalk, which is pretty good for pedestrians, as they have more space, and I don't see many people walking, which also allows for more space. Although I don't know how it is in the weekdays when there are many people, but I would get, because it is not a city center, there wouldn't be as many people. Regarding the university, I read the review that it's one of the first international universities in Bishkek, and people speak about it highly in their reviews. This university features this gate that has what, in my opinion, looks like a common historic Central Asian architecture style and ornaments.